Hi, my name is Dan Spence. Let me going through my thought process when it came to designing this very short level. So right here initially, I try to kind of frame out an area that the player would be able to look around and just kind of take a little bit of a vantage point. So I sort of player off a little bit of a higher area. As the players able to look down, they're able to see there's a path that will bring them down, and they'll see broken pieces on the ground. So those broken pieces will kind of help to tell the story of what's going on in the area. So I have a couple different spaces a player could then investigate based off this. I really try to frame the direct path that I want the player to move down towards, which is straight in front of the player right now. But I do give the player the opportunity to go off and search different areas. So when the player goes off and searches this area, there isn't really much for them to find, but I do put a rock over there. That way the player efforts of searching an area aren't meaningless. So the player is able to go investigate this area just to find more rocks. As the player moves back towards the center, they're able to put a little bit more of the story of what was going on in this area together. So you can see broken parts and rocks in the ground. It looks like there's some kind of beam that was broken. And then by following that line up, the player isn't able to see it looks like these pieces fell from above, and this used to be a structure that was joined together at one point. So I'm able to give that player the information at an earlier point. As the player moves forward, I have a direction they could go left. When I had people playtesting this, most players were doing what I was anticipating they would do, which was go off to the right. So I created these two ramps that the player could then run up, and they ask themselves the question before they get to the area, if I can. Once they get up there, they're able to see that they can climb up those ramps, so I'm able to teach the player right away that this is possible. Then they're able to get to this area right here. There really isn't much to look at, but I do give the player a couple of rocks. As they move back towards typically what I saw is people would look at the obelisk in the middle, and they would begin looking up that guiding line, and it ends up framing a perfect shot, so they're able to see the treasure chest, which is a point and goal of what they're trying to do. They're trying to find the treasure chest. So then what most players would do is they would figure out that since they were able to go up those ramps, that the other ramps in this area, they must be able to go up as well. And then most people would try to figure out which ramp would be ideal to get them where they wanted to go. So as players moving up, they were kind of reaffirmed in this area that they were on the right path, as I did leave a little bit of a breadcrumb trail, similar to what I've done at other points in the map. The player is then able to proceed all the way up, and as they get up to this high point, they're able to look down, and this will definitely confirm in their minds that this used to be a joint piece, and these two pieces, the center piece, have fallen off at one point. Then looking at this, they're able to see that the treasure chest is on the other side. They look off to the right, and they see they can't get up that way. But looking down, you'll see that there is a piece of the balance beam that is destroyed, and you'll also see a rock in the area. Most players are able to put together at that point that would be the most direct path for them. So by having those signifiers over there, the player is able to then figure out that I can make it up there if I were to follow this other path. So the players are able to platform their way up and eventually get up to the point where they're able to collect the treasure chest. I also wanted to end the level at this point as well, because in this particular situation, the player is able to survey the entire environment that they've been exploring, and areas that they haven't been able to explore, they're able to get a good vantage point of as well. So I'd like to thank you very much for sitting here and listening to my explanation and my thought process for this level, and have a very nice day.